Murray Goodwin and Jim Allenby were amongst the runs, the latter with another 100 on the opening day of the LV County Championship match between neighbours Gloucestershire and Glamorgan in sunny Bristol. On the best day of the summer so far, Mike Klinger won the toss and inserted, a decision which ultimately backfired on him, although, as Ben Wright survived a very strong appeal for leg before to the first ball of the match, it didn't look as if it might go that way. Wright and his opening partner Will Bragg did almost all of their scoring with boundaries early on. Indeed, in their opening partnership of 36, which was made in the first 10 overs, the boundary rope was found on 7 occasions as the Gloucestershire seamers weren't always able to put the ball in the right area. Craig Miles did, to enhance his rapidly growing reputation. He got this delivery to hold its line to catch the edge of Wright's bat as he departed with 15 runs to his name. 18-year-old Miles, with a pair of 6-wicket hauls in the last 2 matches, then saw off Bragg in his next over, the batsman driving on the up to find Dan Housego to go for 23. Marcus North didn't last long either against one of his former counties, Miles's replacement David Payne having him caught by Gareth Roderick after making only 4. So Klinger would have been thrilled with the morning's events, even though Stuart Walters and Goodwin held firm until lunch. But shortly after the break, Glamorgan were 4 down with only 85 runs on the board. Walters on 28 giving Roderick his 3rd catch of the day as Payne struck for a 2nd time. It is easy to be very impressed by this young and inexperienced Gloucestershire attack, which, over the years, will surely develop into a menacing one. They've discovered, as many other have over the years, that as a day wears on and the ball gets older, huffing and puffing won't get the job done. They now came up against 2 men who've seen it all before in Goodwin and Allenby, a man who's having a terrific season so far. Between them, these 2 Southern Hemisphere-born batsmen started to rescue the game back from their opponents on what was a nice day to bat in. Allenby was the more aggressive of the 2, at times playing his shots at will, and that saw him to a speedy half-century, which was made off only 66 deliveries. This rather simple single getting him there, although his innings had already contained 8 crisply struck boundaries. The pitch was still offering assistance to the skilled bowler, and Miles was able to drag one back off the pitch some distance, which almost caught Allenby unawares. For the most part, though, the batsmen were now well on top, and these 2 not only posted their 100-run partnership for the 5th wicket, but then also guided their side to their first batting bonus point of the match, still with plenty of batting to come. Gloucestershire had given another Miles his first-class debut, off-spinner Miles Hammond, just 17 years of age from Cheltenham, but already with a bar named after him at the Neville Road ground. He bowled pretty tidily too after being brought into this team because of an injury to the county's other spinner Ed Young, while Jack Taylor continues to have his action looked at by those people who know about such things. Hammond didn't claim a wicket on his first day, but then again his teammates were also now finding it very tough to break this stand, in which Goodwin patiently secured his own 50 off 126 deliveries. Allenby went one better than that, and this shot brought him his 100 an hour before the close. It was his 2nd in succession, having made a career best equalling 138 not out in his last 4-day innings in Leicester. He'd required 149 balls for this one, and that was his 15th 4. He is having a season to remember. He couldn't, however, go on for much longer, as the second new ball did for him on 105, James Fuller having him LBW, even though the height may have been an issue. Allenby certainly thought so. His wicket brought an end to a 5th wicket partnership of 185 made in 50 overs, but at least it didn't lead to any more losses before the close. Goodwin kept up his immense powers of concentration as he closed in on his first 100 as a Glamorgan player, while Mark Wallace would have been happy to have lost the toss in the morning as he was able to take his side beyond 300 before stumps were drawn. So the Welshmen will be happy with their day's work. They'll resume on the second morning on 318 for 5, with Goodwin needing only 4 more runs to complete the 6800 of his career and his first for a couple of seasons. For such a talented man, it's been a long time in coming.